My name is Joshua Scott. I am gay. I just want to let you know that my experience with being gay, it wasn't bad. It was really good. I was really lucky to have had the people in my life that I did. Um, because nobody minded, nobody cared. And it wasn't until after I came out that I stopped getting bullied, so that didn't even get affected either. Um, so it's just, I find it hard to believe that other people have such a hard time going through it. And you have such a hard time going through being gay, and I don't understand why. I don't understand why it's hard for your parents. I don't understand why it's hard for you, parents, to be open-minded at all about anything that has to do with your child, the person that you brought into the world. My mother would never do that to me. She would never ever stop my boyfriend from seeing me. Like, she would never do that, you know? Like, I don't even think it would cross her mind. Unless, of course, I was unsafe. But she's pretty smart, you know? Like, I am safe. And, we love each other, and she understands that, you know? My father would never feel that way either. No. I'm sure he thinks of me as one of his favorite people, and as he should. You know, he made me. I am him, you know? What is so hard? Like, it's even hard to come up with questions to ask as to why it's so hard to understand what homosexuality is all about. There's my boyfriend now, you know? It's midnight, and he's telling me how much he loves me. What's the problem with that? What's the problem with that? What's the issue? Where are you disconnecting? What do you need help with explaining? And when I say you, I'm talking about you mothers and you fathers and you brothers and sisters that want to give your brother or sister or parent or kid medical help. What do you think is going to happen? Like, do you think there's an anti-homosexuality pill? Like, that is the only way that anything would ever work, if that was even possible. Like, I wouldn't be anywhere without being gay where I am now, you know? I would have taken a completely different life path. I'm sure of it, you know? I still have trouble going out into public and being myself because I'm worried I'm gonna get my ass kicked for no reason, you know? Maybe it's because I say my S's a little bit differently, but I've heard straight men enunciate their S's too. You know, it doesn't make you gay the way you talk. You know, you're gay and you talk that way. You're straight and you talk that way, and you're just talking. Like, why is it so hard for us to do the exact same things that you do? Why do you want it to be so hard? Why would you drive your kid to suicide? Why? Why would you allow him to commit suicide? My mom doesn't even like me talking about it because I was a teenager once and I talked about it all the time, how I wish my life would end, you know? But why? You know? And she's just sitting there telling me why. Why would you want to do that? And you can't come up with an answer. You know? Shit's going down, but shit's always gonna go down. Shit's always going down. You know? It doesn't make it easier to have people hate on you. You're just being you, right? As long as you're being you, what's the problem? But the problem is that we can't be ourselves as homosexuals. And some people can. And sometimes they don't get away with it, which is why I cover myself up. You know? Going into fucking the back alley and my nails are glowing purple because I have top coat on them because I used to do drag and because I was performing that night and because I didn't scrape it all off, and then all of a sudden I've got 6 or 7 guys staring at me. All I do is go to reach for my Captain and Coke, which is the exact same drink that you're drinking, and my nails are purpler than yours, so you want to kick my ass. And that's why I cover myself up, is because I don't even want to bother. I don't want to fight with you. It's not worth it, you know? I would rather be not gay in that situation, but the fact of the matter is that I do want to be gay. I like being gay. I can't really imagine it being any different, you know? I think it's even at the point where my parents can't even imagine it being any different, you know? And they want me to be happy. They want me to strive for greatness. I found my boyfriend. Yeah, I found him at a time when I thought I wasn't gonna find anybody. Love was just a bunch of bullshit, you know? Some fantasy that is impossible, but then it becomes possible, you know? And he says all of those things the right way at the right time, and no guy's ever done that, you know? And if some guys that I have dated are watching this video, you didn't say all the right things at the right times. I probably didn't either, and there's a reason for that, you know? With my boyfriend, I love him, you know? He's everything I would ever expect in a human being. In a human being, you know? His mind's wide open to anything, you know? He listens, I listen, and we talk, and we laugh, you know? Like, I should be allowed to marry him one day. I am allowed to marry him, you know? Because I live in Canada. If I lived in the States with him, I wouldn't be able to marry him. And then I would be in the same boat as that guy that lost his husband, he didn't get to marry, and then his mom took all of the stuff, all of it, and he never got to even go to his funeral, which is fucking ridiculous. You know? I can't stress it enough how much judging other people doesn't make a difference. It doesn't matter, you know? It doesn't make that person any less of who they are. Who gives a shit? You know? Like, you can barely find racists anymore. You know? There's hardly any racists, and if there are, they're saying this stuff inside their head because they know better. You know? You shouldn't be talking like that about other people. You know? The use of all of these stupid words like nigger and packy and faggot, it just pisses me off. It really pisses me off that you have to use such a negative name for something that isn't negative. It isn't negative to be an East Indian person. It isn't negative to be a black person. You know? It isn't negative to be a gay person. It's not a sin. You know? Like, you just can't win with you people that don't understand what it is. And you know what? I'm not judging you. You know, even though you've judged me, I'm not judging you. You know? But open your eyes. You know? Do some research. Like, where do you work? Do you work with a bunch of people who are also a bunch of bigot, ridiculous people? You know? You gave us a bad name. You gave us one too. You're a bigot. And it's really frustrating. So, but, to the gay people out there, we're gonna get there. It's gonna be fine. And just like everything else, it's gonna get better. There isn't anything cornier than that. And there isn't anything more after school special than that, but it is. It's gonna get better. My life isn't perfect right now either, and it's really, really draining. But I have love in my life. You know? I have my parents and my friends and my boyfriend. I do. And they're always there for me. You know? And they're never gonna let me fail. Ever. You know? And even if I do fail, they'll pick me back up. Like they always do. And like I'll do for them. All the time. Because you're family. You know? Anyway. It gets better. It keeps getting better. You know? And sometimes it's not gonna be good. Sometimes it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck balls. Hardcore balls. You know? All of my friends can attest to that. We go through rough patches, I don't know, all the time. People that I work with, rough patches. People in other countries that you watch movies from, rough times. War, it's a rough time, you know? But it'll get better. Like, for the love of God, let's just breathe. Stop fighting, you know? That's it. I hope this helps in some way. You know, it was easy for me. it was really easy for me to be who I was, and it is really easy for me to be who I am, and I'm getting better at making that happen. But I can't do that without the people in my life that love me. So why don't you just let people love people? Just let people have love. Everybody has the right to it. And the thing is that we can't live without it. We can't. It's impossible. So, and even if it is possible, I would like to hear how it's possible. You know? So, anyway, I love you. I love all of you. I love everybody. Just, why not? There is no other option. So, I hope this helps. Love you. Respect each other. Let's be good to each other. Feel good about yourself, too. Love yourself. I've gone on for 11 minutes, so I'm gonna stop. Okay. Okay, I thought I was done, but I'm not. I need to get out a couple more things. I talked a lot about negative stuff, but there's a lot of positive that I kind of forgot to mention, but that doesn't mean that I think of it any less. I was just mad after I watched that video, which I'm going to put in the info for this video, so that everybody can watch it and share it on my Facebook. It's everywhere, actually. People are sharing it all over the place. You gotta see this video. It's called It Can Happen to Anybody. But I really want to thank the parents that are out there, that are doing everything they can to show their kids that they love them. It's so important that you do that, and I really appreciate that you do. Please keep doing what you're doing. That's how things are gonna get better. It's just by people doing it. Just love. Anyway, there's no steps that you have to take. There's no nothing. It takes nothing to love somebody. It's really easy to settle into misery, but being happy feels so much better, right? It's so much better. I want to thank my parents. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. You guys are awesome. To be honest, you guys are awesome. There is no better people to take care of me. No, I don't think anybody could have put up with what they put up with for me. To tell you the truth, same with my friends. I fucking love you guys. I am so happy that I've met you. You're all such incredible people. All of my friends, you know who you are. And you have all helped me in ways that I have no words for. It's the same with talking about my boyfriend, Daniel. I love you. You are some kind of wonderful, let me tell you. You make me feel really good about myself, which has been common in my life with a lot of people lately, making me feel good about myself. To gay people, to anybody, it doesn't matter. To all people, to people, love, the more you love, the more you're gonna get back in return. You give what you get, you work for what you have. So if all we need is love, then let's just do the love thing. It's free, it's easy, it doesn't cost anything, it's volunteered, you feel really good about it, you never feel guilty about it. You can't trade it. It's not worth money. Money is below love. It's way below love. It's below everything. Money is what I'm struggling with right now, to be honest. I've got none of it. No. But I have an incredible life. And I'm really lucky and really fortunate. And I want everybody to be really lucky and really fortunate. Everybody deserves to be fortunate. So let's show that. Thank you to the people that do. I do believe that there are more people that love than people that don't. And so, together we'll fight for the cause in the right, peaceful way, in the way that you're supposed to fight for yourself and your rights. Just prove yourself, to yourself. Prove yourself to yourself. Go out into the world, show it off, and that's all you need to do, And I have trouble with it, I really do, it happens, but I'm working on it, and at the end of every single day, I am loving. I'm not hating. There's nothing I'm hating. No. Even the people that I thought ruined my life, back in junior high. And to be honest, if you ever see this video, you know exactly who you are too. But you know what? We were all just kids. We were all just kids trying to fight for the most popular. And what I found most confusing was that I wasn't fighting to be popular. I didn't necessarily care. Um, but yeah, I managed. So, and I had a really good school experience. And everybody should have a good school experience. If you have siblings, I don't have any siblings that are younger than me. You know, if you have siblings, your kids, your own children, if your parents are going back to school, make it easy for them, help them, talk to them, you know. Um, Maybe we should all start doing speeches in places, like there's flash mobs and stuff happening all over the place. Maybe we could do a flash mob speech day or something. I don't know. The ideas are endless. The possibilities are endless. Love. That's it. Okay.